Well, hello and welcome back to ACMS Podcast, Pearls of Great Value. We're reviewing the one-page vision sheet, and last week we got on to core values and brand promise and purpose and the BHAG, the Big Hairy Audacious Goal. So if you haven't had a chance to fill out your sheet, I'm hoping that you have gotten at least that top portion done. Let's go on to the second portion, strategic priorities, and see how we can put some action into this vision that we have. So let's talk about strategic priorities. We all know about quarterly, yearly, and multi-year goals, but I think the mistake that we commonly make here is not keeping them strategic. See, I'm tempted to write things down like, well, this quarter I need to work on winter clinics, and next quarter I need to produce the membership directory, and so on. But those are all just things I have to do in my daily job, and they're not very strategic. They're just part of my regular stuff that I'm going to get done. So what you want to do is take a step back and look at your BHAG, your big goal. And conceptually, what are you going to do in the next 3 to 5 years to accomplish your 10 to 30 year goal? What's the big picture? You know, the old adage by Stephen Covey, begin with the end in mind. Okay, so maybe I'm going to have a satisfaction survey since my BHAG is a united medical community with happy and effective physicians. And if I don't have a way of measuring how satisfied physicians are locally, of course, then I don't know if I'm making any progress. Or I might want this fully funded and self-sustaining physicians access program in the next 3 to 5 years. So now I need to step back to the coming 12 months. At the end of this year, what can I have accomplished that will take me towards my 3 to 5 year strategic priorities? And back from there, you're going to step back to your next 90 days. What do I need to accomplish to get on the road to those 12-month plans? You see, usually we make plans the other way. Start with small and work up. And my mistake is I always overstate what I can accomplish during that first portion of time, and it's unrealistic. So work yourself backwards. Now we're going to go to the bottom chart of the bottom of this chart, and this is your dashboard. This is where you're going to measure progress towards your strategic goals. And on the right, you can actually list all 4 and even 5 quarterly priorities so that they build towards your 12-month goal. So those are your big things that you want to get done each quarter. Think in terms of steps all the way up to that 12-month line. And then you're going to measure progress towards your goal. So your KPIs on the left-hand side, your key performance indicators, are there. Again, I'm tempted to think in terms of annual numbers like membership percent of market or membership attendance, but think strategically. What is my annual measurement towards my 12-month goals that is strategic that I need to be watching? And it could be a project completion percent, or maybe the number of patients who receive their HbA1c, or whatever. But whatever it is, align it with your strategic goal. Your critical numbers allows you to see those figures that you are going to keep an eye on that are absolutely imperative for you to watch. And what you're going to have to do here is go to the gazelles.com website and download the people and process worksheets. And they're much more detailed. This is just the snapshot. But these are 2 things that drive your organization. Now, if your goals are financial in nature, then more than likely your numbers are your balance sheet and your profit and loss and whatever adds to those. You know, it could be collections or it could be billings. I don't know. But if your goals are other than dollars, it's more likely that people and process is what you need to manage closely. Finally, once you've done this, you need to determine 3 things. First is who is going to be responsible for measuring this, because if you don't update this, this is a useless tool. You've got to have something that is updated, and somebody should be responsible. If that's you, great, or if it's your assistant, fantastic. The second thing is, where are you going to put this so that everybody can see progress towards these goals? You need people to have an eye on this and be aware of it so that it's not just something that you pull out every 90 days and go, oh, we failed to meet our goal. No, this has got to be up on the wall, in the workroom, in the employee break room, wherever it is that people are going to see it and pay attention to it. And then finally, you need to figure out how you're going to celebrate your progress towards that goal. You know, so often we think in terms of incentivizing employees at their annual performance review, or they're going to give them a raise once a year. The problem with that is that your medical assistant really doesn't care about the goals that line your pocketbook or produce profit for your practice, because it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to increase them any. So think about smaller goals that they can work to multiple times during the year and have the satisfaction of seeing some progress. They're going to be much more motivated if there's something, and whether that's, you know, going out and going to movie night together, or, you know, we're going to take you guys skydiving. I don't know what it is, but you've got to have something that's bigger or that's closer rather than just your annual performance goal, because it's too far out for most people. So that's going to give you plenty to think about for the coming week. Now, next week, since we've been talking about corporate goals, I'm going to go over the gazelles.com one-page personal goal setting sheet. I think it's a great tool, and we'll talk to you next time.